Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this tutorial, you will learn how to blur the background of a full-length portrait in Photoshop. This process, if done properly, will mimic the effect a large aperture lens would give you. You can download the photo from the link in the description so as to follow along with this tutorial. Let's jump into Photoshop. Here we are in the amazing world of Photoshop. The first thing we are going to do here is to duplicate our layer. So we duplicate our layer by clicking Command J or Ctrl J. Now, what we're going to do next is to name our layer foreground. All right. Okay. Sorry. Foreground. Okay, fine. So select our background layer. So what we're going to do is to make a selection of our layer because we want to remove a layer out of the background. So the only way we're going to do that, we have so many ways of doing it, but the easiest way of doing it is to use the quick selection tool. The quick selection tool uses Adobe Sensei, which is Adobe's artificial intelligence, to select your image. So now we're going to go to the quick selection tool. You could also tap W to get the quick selection tool. Now we select subject. We wait for Adobe to automatically select our subject. So our subject has been automatically selected. We go to select, modify, expand. We expand with a pixel of 5 and we OK it. So you notice something, when you expand, you have a gap like this. Always make sure you have gap in between you will have a gap between your subject edges. All right, so after we have expanded by 5 pixels, the next thing we're going to do is to go to our edit, go to our content aware fill. The next we're going to do is to output to duplicate layer. We press OK. So we have another background copy of our layer here. So the next we're going to do is to select this, turn off this layer and select our foreground layer and create a mask. All right, we have created a mask. So we have our background knocked out. All right, so but we have a problem here. If we zoom in a bit, we find out that we have fringes and or halos in this picture as a result of the 5% we applied in the mask. So to fix this, what we're going to do, we select our layer here, make sure the mask layer is selected, and you go to filter, we'll go to order, and we'll go to minimum. So what we're going to do here is to adjust this radius to the 5 pixels. We're replacing the 5 pixels we added the other time. So we'll tap 5. Then we'll now select roundness because our pictures edges are not so squared or they are a bit curvy. So we use preserve roundness to have it. So for best results, I would advise we'll use applies decimal points. So we could go to maybe say 6.5. I think 6.5 will be okay. So you can see our selection is, we've been able to remove that halo, the halos or the fringing effect on our image, the edges of our image. So The next we're going to do is to come back here, all right, and select our background layer. What we're going to do now is we'll have to click on a background layer and convert to smart object. What is a smart object? A smart object is a Photoshop layer that contains all the same image information of a normal layer, but this time it allows you to perform editable or non-destructive edits on adjustment, filters, and transformation. So we go to a background layer, right click, and what? Convert to smart object. After converting to smart object, the next we're going to do is go to filter, go to our blur gallery, and go to tilt shift. So we are in a tilt shift. So the tilt shift now, the next we're going to do, we're going to blur 100. Let's just blur everything out and drag, come to this point and drag it down. We drag it down. All right. And take a blur to the extreme. So we see the effect. So we'll take this up a bit. We went overboard. We'll go up a bit. Let's take 100 pixels. All right. So we'll take our blur down a bit, bring it down, and take it up a bit here. Drag this a bit. So you understand in a analysis what the lens, the normal camera lens does is to blur the entire background and leave this area of the foreground here intact. So that's what we're trying to mimic. All right. So we'll take it up a bit, take it up, and if you're okay with what you have, you press OK. So let's take this a bit more and say OK. So we have our picture blurred, and let's go to our before and after and see what we'll have here. Before, after, before, after. So that's a very realistic way of blurring our background and make it look very realistic. So we have a blurred photo. So we're going to look at the before and after. We click on our Alt or Option key, before, after, before, after. Now, to touch this picture a bit, we can add a color lookup table. Go here, we'll look for, let's look for a crispy warm look. Reduce our opacity 14%, 15%. So let's say before, after, before, after. So this is the best way for you to have a realistic blur effect in Photoshop. This will be all for now. I hope this video helps, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for awesome videos like this. Do not forget to turn on the post notification bell so that you'll be informed when next I post a new video. Until I come your way in the next video, keep creating, keep practicing.